Namaste and greetings, my beautiful souls. Today I want to make a very important video. Your relationship, guess with who? With you. Your relationship with yourself. Why? How do you treat yourself? What kind of relationship you have with yourself? This is the kind of partner you find outside of yourself. Have you ever known it? Have you ever thought about it? So we need to see what is your relationship with yourself. We need to see what is there in order for you to probably understand it deeply. Take the necessary step if you need improvement there, and realize why you might be among those for whom relationship with men or women, if you are a woman with men, if you are a man with women, don't work the way you want them to work. So this is what we are going to do today in this reading. Your relationship with you. What is there you need to know? Please choose your deck. You can either choose the Arcanum deck. We will take this as deck number 1. You can choose the deck number 2, the Classical, or you can choose the deck number 3, the Grand Lux. So we will go straight to it, asking the spirits of fire, earth, air, and water, the guides, the keepers, the guardians, to give us the answers to our questions, to my forehead, to my mouth, to my heart. So let's go to it. If you chose the deck number 1, what is there you need to know? Your relationship with you. Your relationship with yourself. Oh, first moon. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Like I only can say 300 more times. Oh my goodness. Before I explain it, I have shown this book before, but this is a must. Toxic Parents: Overcoming Their Hurtful Legacy and Reclaiming Your Life. New York Times bestseller, Susan Forward. This is the must for all of you to read. So I cannot even... This is really, really scary, my beautiful queens. This is scary, scary, scary how your relationship are with yourself. I hope I will be able to explain you what it is. First of all, this is the moon, and you have on Patreon, you have the videos explaining you the moon, and this card is being even made more severe with 9 of Swords, when you see this woman not being able to sleep, with panic attacks, insomnia, depression, and even worse when we have here Knight of Swords. This is your relationship with you. So how do you find any peace if you are treating yourself this way? You are always you have, unfortunately, such low self-esteem, my beauties. You are always worried. You are always scared. You always terrified that something is gonna go wrong, that you constantly do something wrong. You are so harsh, so merciless on yourself. You are blaming yourself. You are afraid of, you are terrified. You, like, look at this. It's like like these two cards in tarot schools, they say, please, please, please pay especially a lot of attention. If you see next to the moon 9 of Swords, you are terrified of life. You are deadly terrified. You are terrified of yourself. You are terrified of living. You are terrified of believing. You are terrified. Girls, if you chose these 3 cards, boys if any, please, 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 you must get professional help. You must, because this is, it's not life, it's anxiety, it's depression, it's maybe PTSD, it's everything here. If, of course, if it rings a bell, if you're a happy, dappy person and you love and respect and value yourself, this is not a message for you. This is a message for someone else. I already told you, but you feel so unprotected. Your self-esteem is so low. You constantly feel danger. You almost always you feel discomfort. You want to avoid this. You want to avoid that. You are scared of this. You are scared of that. At the same time, you are insanely intuitive. Insanely intuitive. A moon gives intuition, but you either running away, you're afraid of yourself. You probably have moon in Pisces or something like this, or you have too much water, too much emotions. You are terrified, and you are in this twilight and can't come into the sun. So there's so many fears. You can do so much because moon is connected with intuition, with psychic abilities, but you either don't want to see it, or you're afraid to see it. You see, this card could be the talent in poetry, a talent in art, but you are so terrified, especially when the night is coming, especially when you are afraid of yourself. You are running from yourself. You are at the same time illusions and delusions, unfortunately, especially when it comes to a relationship. You unfortunately tend to fall for manipulators, cold-hearted, heartless men who treat you exactly like you treat you. It's hard for you to control your fears, but at the same time, you are so talented in esoteric subject. You could be phenomenal psychic, parapsychologist, psychologist, hypnotherapist. You could help people who deal with this, but you are not using your abilities right. You are running away from it. You are terrified that in the depth of you it can be something scary, because maybe 2 of your parents, maybe 1 of your parents convinced you in that. You are very emotionally unstable. It's going in circle. It can go up and down. It comes in circle. You are very often in crisis. You see nightmares. You probably have very bad memories of your childhood. You can't enjoy, it's hard for you to enjoy life, because at the same time you are constantly being so harsh with yourself. So harsh with yourself, when you can be a greatest poet, artist, psychic, parapsychologist, medium, psychologist, hypnotherapist. You are very gifted, but it's like, you know, when I've seen something like this, my beautiful girls, when this poor woman was born in extremely religious family, I cannot tell you even how religious. It was either Advent. It was some branch of Christianity, Adventist, Mormon, Baptist, South Baptist, something like this. So her stepfather was one of the preacher, and she was pretty much not allowed to even breathe. She would even breathe wrong, and all these talents, she was convinced are from devil. And so this, I believe, can be the figure of your father, or it could be your mother figure behaving like this, because I see it as a parent who made you believe into this. But now what happens is, there is a video I have made which is called Your Inner Abuser. There is a video I recorded, you can find it, Your Inner Abuser. So now there was an abuser in your childhood. Maybe it's your uncle, maybe it's your sibling, but usually it's a father figure who made you manipulated you, made you believe that all your gifts are horrible and sinful and bad and from devil, and now you became your inner abuser. So in relationship, unfortunately, because you haven't seen anything better than this, in relationship, unfortunately, this is how you keep on treating yourself. And if you find yourself a man, because you did not see nothing else, because you did not see anything better than this, now you choose yourself subconsciously a man who treats you this way, who is not designed for building beautiful relationship, but who is cold-hearted, cruel, unempathic, unkind, really who treats you so badly, and you choose yourself to love those heartless people, and you become addicted and obsessed with them and trying to deserve their love, just like you were trying to deserve love of your parent, both parents or one parent. You need to please, if you can, there is the websites which the psychologists which work online is a betterhelp.com or something like this. You can look up 10 best ones or read that book, because you unfortunately you really are in such sad relationship with you, not accepting you, blaming you, terrified to look at you, considering yourself undeserving of warmth, considering that you must deserve love, that you don't deserve to be loved just for the way you are. You must deserve it. You must throw yourself under the feet of someone and make them walk all over you. If you chose this, please pay attention to this, and please do something about it. Please, because this is really serious. If it doesn't ring the bell, if you had wonderful supportive parents, and if this is not true, you're loving and supporting and valuing yourself, then it's for someone else. But this is really sad, my beautiful queens. I hope you really going to do something about it, because it doesn't go by itself. It doesn't go away by itself. It doesn't change by itself. So please get this book and read it, and it's a couple of dollars, and do something about it. Okay, for those of you who chose the deck number 2, the classical deck, what is your relationship with yourself? Number 1, not bad. Number 2, even better. Number 3. Okay, this is... Oh, I got, girls, I'm so upset with this. I'm so upset. And I understand this very well. I understand this very well. I've been like this for most of my life. All right. Now, your relationship with yourself number 2 case is way much better. Way much better. First of all, we are having the central card, High Priestess, of course, and this is already extremely positive. Why is it extremely positive? Because High Priestess is her own queen. It's her nickname also of this card is Wisdom, and she is self-sufficient. And I believe that you did not become like this right away. I believe that it took you a lot of work and the choices, because we have Lover's card here, and a lot of right choices in order to get into the High Priestess mode. Because the thing is that I believe, how we see this triad, I believe that you were forced to see your inner wounds through meeting with a man who is from your soul group, man who is your karmic partner or karmic soulmate. So because you've met him, and the choices you had to make with this situation, it was complicated situation. It could be still you're dealing with this situation, but because of the choices this man made, or you have made, the choices you've made were right, brought you to being High Priestess. And High Priestess, of course, is a high conscious woman. She will not be with a man in order to just be with someone, in order not to be alone. You've been through all the stages of throwing yourself to man's feet, trying to deserve love. You've been through low self-esteem. You've been through lack of self-love, self-acceptance, and self-value. You have been there. You have been there. So you're meeting with that partner of yours, and probably for some of you it had been even lasting for years, and it was a very tough, very harsh, very difficult, but humongous transformation for you, like humongous transformation. And you have come to the point of High Priestess when you took that spiritual transformation and you embraced it, and you brought yourself very high. You brought yourself to highest level of consciousness. So you are now fully realizing your divine origin. You are now fully realizing that you are very intuitive, that you hold the book of knowledge, you hold the wisdom, you know and realize you are a star seed, a light walker, an ancient being, an ancient soul with gift to telepathy, with gift to clairvoyance, psychic ability to even remember the past lives, ability to heal, mystic knowledge. You have it all. The most important, you deeply understand the meaning of the world, of the life, of how things are. And you now helping you. First, you brought yourself up to this point, and now you are helping others to find this spiritual strength in yourself. And of course, you are not, you would not agree to just a man because your relatives tells you why you are alone, your society wants you to be married, your whatever reasons. You are your own. You value your freedom, and the High Priestess is gonna be only and only with a man who is equal to her. High Priestess, you will choose only the Hierophant. You will not go for less than Hierophant. You already gone through so much. You gone through so much. You will go for Hierophant or for an Emperor in his right light. So you hear yourself. You will never allow anyone mistreat you. Anyone mistreating you is gonna be instantly out of your life. You agree to give a lot, but you only will give if the one next to you will be giving back to you. It took you a lot. It was hard, but you've done it. So, of course, this is wonderful and great. And congratulations, and I'm so proud of you. This is the deck number 2. And now we are going to look at the deck number 3, your relationship with yourself. We will be looking at the deck number 3, Grand Lux deck. All right. Sun already perfect. And Temperance. Beautiful cards. Unbelievable. I took out 3 cards. And all 3 are major arcanas. This is simply unbelievable. Sun, Temperance Angel, and the Chariot. I cannot even imagine what have you done, what kind of insanely harsh work you had done with yourself to bring yourself to 3 major arcanas. When I pull out 3 major arcanas to bring yourself to this stage, I cannot even imagine, because you have gone through so much. First of all, in your past, there had been a situation, and how I see it, it has to be read from left to the right, from the Chariot to the Sun. So you had been in the situation where your Chariot was upside down. This is how I feel intuitively how to read it. And that was for quite a long time it was happening. You could not find peace inside of you. Your heart and mind were arguing. There was a situation which you were stuck, which you could not leave behind. And you probably were stuck there for months, but I don't think it was for months. It's 3 major arcana talks about absolutely major breakthrough. In this life, you have taken karma and lessons onto yourself for past 7 lives. You have decided you are strong enough, you are powerful enough to do it all. And finally, you got your control back. You got your control back, and you said, I am going to leave behind everything what slows me, what presses me down to earth, and it's a breakthrough. Breakthrough, you accepted your shadow and your light. You fully accepted your weakness and your strength. all the heartbreaking experiences, you stopped blaming yourself. You stopped playing a victim. You achieved highest level of consciousness because you took full responsibility of your life. You said, yes, it all happened to me. Not all of it was my fault. Some of it happened because I did not know how to do anyway differently. But you have learned, and a breakthrough. You broke through concrete wall. You stood in front of yourself. You were absolutely clear with yourself and honest. You broke through. You took control back, and you became absolutely independent from opinion of others, from a man who didn't give you what you hoped he would, or they would. Probably they weren't even not one heartbreak, because 3 major arcana. And then you took time. First of all, you left behind what you had. For some of you girls, this is a nearest future. I feel the messages coming through me. I am giving you messages. For some of you, this happened. For some of you, this is happening right now. For some of you, this is your nearest future, like within months or even weeks. So you left behind everything what was holding you, and probably there was you were involved in relationship with men who would be gone. Like you start something with them, they come whenever they feel like it, and then they would go, and you would hope for them to build a beautiful relationship with you, but they would come and they would go. Probably your father was not present in your life. He either was, maybe your parents were divorced, or he was not there at all, or he would visit once in a while, or even if he was there, he was not giving you love, acceptance, what father is supposed to. So your man would reflect your father, unfortunately, and they would meet you 2, 3, 4 times and then disappear, or they would come, whenever they feel like it, and take what you have and then be gone. You were stuck maybe once, maybe a couple of times in such relationship, when you were waiting, waiting, giving your all, and they wouldn't work. So you break through. You are absolutely breakthrough from it, and then you took time to balance yourself, to nurture yourself fully in the temperance. So probably you were going through therapy. Because this is a lot of things. It's reading the right books about understanding yourself, understanding your wounds, healing your wounds, probably listening to the right videos helping you, or going through serious therapy, maybe months, maybe more, and finally you coming into the sun, and the sun is shining. The sun is ancient old soul. The sun knows true happiness. The sun knows and sees everything clear, because the sun shines and does not allow any shadow at all, and you can see everything absolutely clear. You have no shadows, no fear left. You know taste of life. You know how to enjoy little things like a cup of coffee. You have capped through all the tests you've gone through a pure heart of a child. I have goosebumps right now. Like, I have goosebumps. Someone, like, I feel like someone of you is crying right now. Some of you are like crying. Cry. Those are good tears. You've done it. You've done it. You have this pure heart of a child connected with wisdom of a trillion-year-old soul who is capable to still, in spite of everything else, share kindness and wisdom, heal and warm. But at the same time, Sun will not allow anyone to to treat them wrong. So this is your relationship with yourself. I bow to you, and absolutely, I mean, as they say in English, good job. This is all, my beautiful queens, about this reading. I hope I gave you answers. Also, what you need to understand about this reading, that for some of you, message can be this, all three, how it is. This was how you started or how you are right now. This is how you are going to progress further. And this is how you are going to end up if you follow the recommendation of all the three decks. Thank you very much. We'll talk to you later. Namaste.